and welcome in to Bud Parton Field here on the campus of Rocky Top Sports World. The Mississippi Tornadoes and the Southern Christian Patriots in a rematch of last year. We got a flag on the play here. An exciting start to our first quarter. Apologize for no volume. Had some technical issues that we were getting back up and running on both fields. So trying to get everything squared away. We should be good to go now. Preston McElhaney and Blake Biggs on the call there at the main field, and then down here it's just yours truly on the mic. Whit Maxwell running camera duty today here for this matchup, and then also for the 7 o'clock matchup between the American Sports Prep Americans and the Tri-Cities Christian Academy Eagles. After the penalty, 5 yards, it'll move Southern Christian 5 yards back. And a great stop by the Mississippi Tornadoes, a team that last year devastated by injuries early on in the Black Bear Brawl. It was a rough stretch for them, but they ended up, they got through the season, had a good season, and they are back for year number 2. Southern Christian, meanwhile, a program that has gotten up and running, really taken off in the last couple of years. A playoff run last year. Came up a game short of the championship there in the ACSC. Went to the NHFA tournament in Florida. I'll spit it out eventually. And won the Division III bracket. Play fake here, rolling right. Making men miss and dropped at the 36-yard line. And it'll bring up a Southern Christian third. And let's see, that's 10, 20, 25 yards. So 3rd and a quarter of the field for the Patriots. A little bit of a roster change for the Southern Christian Patriots. Seaborn Ketchum, the sophomore, wearing number 14 today. Typically number 11, but wearing 14 here. So after the penalty on the Tornadoes, it will move Southern Christian up, give them a little bit of breathing room. Pass over the middle, caught. That's number 35, Toby Miller, off to the races down the right sideline, and finally dragged down at the end. Number 35, Toby Miller on the reception, brought down by number 3, Jay Handy. Caught the very end of the play there. Took a second to get the replay going, but big catch and run there for the Patriots to get them out of that 3rd and long. And make it a 1st and goal. Ball spotted at the 3-yard line. Great job by Handy to chase down the ball carrier. So 1st and 10 for the Patriots. Okay, correction. Gabriel Decker is number 14. And that's who's brought down on the play. Looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and goal for the Patriots. So Decker in at quarterback, not Ketchum. Apologies. I formation. A little bit of a mishandled snap. Decker picks it up and gets decked at around the 6-yard line. So loss of yardage on the play. It'll move him back to 3rd and goal. Both these teams kicking off their season here in Gatlinburg. Looking to start it with a statement. Decker under center, give, up the middle, and stuffed by the Tornadoes, but there is a flag for a false start. That'll move the Patriots back 5 more yards. So it'll be, check this out. It's 3rd and goal. Ball is spotted at the 10. After a 1st and goal from the 3. Now the Patriots just dug out of a 3rd and long earlier in this drive to get down to the 3. Big catch and throw over the top from Decker to Miller. I formation and another jump. They're going to get Southern Christian again and move them back 5 more for a 3rd and goal from the 15 now. For 4:30 to go here in the first quarter. I know we don't have the clock on the scoreboard, working with a smaller crew, so I'll keep you updated on the time. Decker, little stumble, rolls left, makes one man miss, throws, passes tipped, and incomplete. Tornadoes have come out firing on all cylinders. Southern Christian, first game of the year, trying to figure out how to move on from the loss of their quarterback last year. And the Scott brothers. Some real big playmakers for Southern Christian. Elijah Bailey, the quarterback last year. 3 key playmakers, All-Americans, MVPs in different games. So 4th and goal. Decker keeps it. And he'll make it up past the 10 to the 9. But that's where that'll end. And the possession will switch over to the Mississippi Tornadoes. Well, I had the now the possession arrow is correct. We'll get everything up and running. Tornadoes with a goal line stand. And now they'll get a chance to show what they can do on offense once again. Of course, we're here on 8-Man Extreme Alabama on our main channel, 8-Man Extreme. You've got the East Central Patriots, a ACSC foe of the Southern Christian Patriots, taking on John Paul II High School out of Greenville, North Carolina. You can find that matchup on our main channel. Here's the snap, play fake, now the pitch, trying to make some room and getting across the 10-yard line. Is Handy with the carry. And a good hard run there by the junior. So I'll bring up a second, about a 2nd and 8 for the Tornadoes. In the shotgun, flanked on either side. The give to the big man, and he's still on his feet. Flag flies in. We'll see what the flag is. So it'll move the holding call. Will move the Tornadoes rather. It'll move them back. Ball will now be spotted at the 7-yard line. Handy at quarterback, takes the snap, rolls right, keeper looking for the edge, has it. Flag flies in, makes another man miss. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 10, end zone. We're going to check the flag, though, and I feel, yep, it's going to be a hold against the Tornadoes. The great run erased by a hold on the backside of the play, actually on the front side as he was turning the corner. And the Tornadoes will be moved back even further. Half the distance to the goal will move them back from the 7 and put them at the 3.5, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Tornadoes now facing a second. It's about 15 to go. Maybe a little bit further. In the shotgun formation. Handy's going to take the snap. Pitch around the left side. And he'll make it. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. I know he was in the end zone for a hot minute. With 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. That's Landon Young on the carry. And he'll get up to, let's see, kind of hard to spot on that end of the field, maybe around the 2-3 yard line. There's the snap. Looking left, fires left, pass is incomplete over the head of the intended receiver. That's number 1, Drayan Rucker. And it'll bring up a Mississippi Tornadoes 3rd and long. So here we go. That one's going to be kicked off. It's going to be now you hear Preston McElhaney on the call. We get a timeout here with 57 seconds remaining in the first quarter. For those of you not watching the game up at the main field, East Central Patriots taking on the John Paul II Saints. Saints with a 14-0 lead in the first quarter. Got a timeout here. We'll step aside. When we come back, Mississippi Tornadoes are going to have a decision to make on 3rd and long. 3rd and long for the Mississippi Tornadoes. Back here at the 2026 Gatlinburg Black Bear Brawl. This is the 2nd round. This is the matchup between the Mississippi Tornadoes and the Southern Christian Patriots. Shotgun formation here for the Tornadoes. Now this is Young in at quarterback. Langston Young looking, rolls left, still looking down the field, throws, incomplete. It'll stop the clock with 50 seconds left. Southern Christian all over that play, unable to shut it down. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, had a flag on the play. No. It's 4th down. 4th and long. This is Young standing in his end zone. Flanked on either side. Young takes the snap on the ground, picks it up, throws it to the right. Makes a man miss. Has the 10, the 15, still on his feet. 20, and down at the 20. That's number 12, Ladarian Meeks. And he's got enough for a Tornadoes 1st and 10. Great thinking on the feet, great moves from Meeks. Right around the 13-yard line, that second effort, getting them the 1st down. So 1st and 10 Tornadoes. As we're under 30 seconds to go, they'll get one more playoff here before the end of the 1st quarter. Here's the snap. Looking. He's going to tuck it and run and get dropped behind the 20-yard line. Loss of yardage on the play, and that'll do it for the 1st quarter. What an exciting start to it. It slowed down a little bit at the end, but we might be in for a good one here at the 2026 Gatlinburg Black Bear Brawl. After the 1st, your score, Southern Christian Patriots 8, Mississippi Tornadoes 6. You're watching the Black Bear Brawl here on 8 Man Extreme. And we're back with the second quarter here at Bud Parton Field. The Black Bear Brawl for 2026 here on the campus of Rocky Top Sports World. Yours truly on the call. Whit Maxwell running the camera. At the top field, Preston McElhaney holding down play-by-play. And he'll be joined by Blake Biggs shortly. It'll be 2nd and 11 for the Tornadoes. Southern Christian already set up. Tornadoes getting in position. Meanwhile, the main field, East Central, is on the board. Your score 14-6 in that one. Here's the snap by Young. Fires right. Pass is incomplete. Broken up by number 21, Caden Greer. Pass intended for Rucker. And great pass defense there by the young man. Getting in there and breaking it up. That'll bring up a 3rd and 11. So snap, keeper on the right-hand side. He's got space. Flag flies in on the backside. Young man's across the 40, 45, 50, and he takes off. And he's into the end zone. Let's check the flag. And we got a holding against the Tornadoes. 2nd touchdown taken off the board by a holding call. And Young on the carry. And he was gone. But a hold on the backside of the play will bring the ball back. So it'll be 3rd and 20 with the ball spotted at the 10-yard line. Actually, a little bit longer than that. 3rd and 21 for the Tornadoes. Third and 21. At quarterback, it's Handy. Handy rolls left, pressured and dropped by that Southern Christian defense. They were all over the play. He'll get brought down at the 1. Well, actually, let's see where they spot it. Looks like they'll actually spot him at the 3 for forward progress. It'll be 4th and long for the Tornadoes. Going for it here. Got to get up to the 31-yard line. And a flag flies in on the back side of the far side of the field. And we'll get an encroachment call on the Tornadoes that will move them back even farther. It's a snap. He gets the punt away, and it looks like it might have been tipped. And it's in the end zone. It's a live ball. Touchdown, Southern Christian.
Touchdown, Patriots.
punt is tipped and recovered by the Patriots in the end zone. And a heads-up play. And watch the replay again. Heads-up play there by the Patriots to realize that ball was live. It was tipped. And Patriots will put 6 on the board. With 9:55 to go in the second quarter. Well, that's a first. That's a first, folks. I've never seen a tipped punt that didn't make it out of the end zone and then recovered for a touchdown. This is going to be Webb in, and the 2-point conversion attempt is good. Patriots take a 10-point lead on the Tornadoes here with 9:55 to go in the second quarter. We'll be right back. And we're back with the second quarter here at the 2026 Gatlinburg Black Bear Brawl. This will be Finn Waldrip set to kick it away, the 8th grader. A little onside kick. Patriots trip each other up. Kick will go out of bounds. If the Tornadoes accept this will be great field position for them. I mean, excellent field position. And we're getting word now that there has been a lightning delay called.
Start your lightning delay. Score is 16, Patriots, 6, Tornadoes.
So it'll be a 30-minute delay. And if there's been no lightning strikes within a certain mileage within those 30 minutes, we'll be back to live gameplay with 9:55 to go here in the second quarter. We'll step aside for this lightning delay, and when we come back, we'll get you updated. Well, for those of y'all still with us, we are back from the lightning delay. Had a couple different strikes happen, hence the extended delay. And obviously, safety being the main concern. So now it'll be fourth, and it was a 4th and 11 for the Tornadoes prior to the lightning delay. Here's the snap. Young fires right. Man is wide open and unable to bring in that pass. Just threw it a little bit ahead of him. And so it'll be 1st and 10 for Southern Christian. Ball spotted squarely. No, that's first down. That's right. Kickoff went out of bounds. It's first down. So this is 2nd and 10. My mistake. My bad. Here's the give. This is to number 4. Whoa! Give was to Avery. Caden Avery had a good little run going and absolutely blasted at the 45. Look at this hit. That was number 2, Griffin Wade, the senior for Southern Christian, with the hit. Let's see if we can get that hit one more time. We'll go back to live action. So 3rd and 5 for the Tornadoes. Snap, give, and met in the backfield was number 10, Hezekiah Wells. Stuffed by a couple Tornadoes there. And Wells hurting as he gets up. So it'll move the ball back to the 47-yard line and bring up a 4th and 7. Once again, both teams starting off their seasons here in Gatlinburg. Southern Christian Patriots out of Opelika, Alabama, playing out of the ACSC. And the Mississippi Tornadoes. Oh, snap. The quarterback was not ready. Young picks it up. Has to pick it up and go. It'll be a turnover on downs. Handy, frustrated, was not ready for the snap. It'll be a turnover on downs. Madison, Mississippi. Mississippi Tornadoes out of Madison, Mississippi. And first season for them in the Mid-South Christian Football League, MSCFL. Played independent last year and making their debut in a conference. Decker in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, give. Trying to make his way to the left. He is met by a couple Tornadoes. Whistles will blow. And that was Henry Sermon on the carry there. The junior. That'll bring up a 2nd and 13, I believe. They'll call it 2nd and 12. 7.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Back from the lightning delay. Of course, when it's within a certain mileage, I believe it's 10 miles. As the crow flies, they have to call it. Snap is on the ground. Decker picks it up, making chicken pot pie at a chicken scrap up to the 48-yard line. Bring up a 3rd and 7 for the Patriots. Caught the tail end of the play there. Here's Miller getting the coach, Toby Miller. Nope, not Toby Miller, Jeff Miller getting the call in to Decker. Of course, the Patriots head coach Jason Scott helped start the program. Here's Decker, I formation, pitches it to Sermon around the right-hand side, and he'll get stuffed after a small gain, maybe a yard. But this Mississippi Tornadoes defense, absolute ball hawks as they get the stop at the 47. So it's 4th and 6. Patriots going for it here. 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. For the Mississippi Tornadoes, Faith Young, the head coach on their side. I formation. Decker pitches it to Sermon. Left-hand side looking for the edge. He will not get it. I think he's going to be short. What a stop by the Tornadoes. Sermon looking to get that left edge on the pitch play. Had nothing but green grass, and a great job by Langston Young to chase him down and force the turnover. The turnover on downs, rather. So 5.5 to go here in the second quarter. The Tornadoes have a 1st and 10, a defensive stand for them. 2 drives by the Patriots shut down. And it would still be an 8-6 ball game if not for a blocked punt that the Patriots were able to fall on and put 6 on the board and then get the 2-point conversion. So 1st and 10 for the Tornadoes. This is Young in at quarterback. Chased, running left. And he'll get met at the 45. They're going to spot it back at the 45, I believe. So he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a small loss. It'll be 2nd and 10. I know the yard markers looks like it's 2nd and 11, but it's 2nd and 10.
Correction, that was number 15, Tucker Webb on the carry on the back.
Here's the snap. This is Young, rather handy with the ball around the right-hand side. And he'll get brought down around the 47-yard line of the Patriots. There is a flag back at the 40. We'll check the flag. I believe it is going to be on the Tornadoes. Yep, holding called against Mississippi. So it'll move them back 10. They'll replay 2nd down. We're here at Bud Parton Field on the campus of Rocky Top Sports World here in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. James Shannon here on the call. Whit Maxwell on camera duties. Up at the main field, Preston McElhaney. Your play-by-play announcer, Blake Biggs, on color, also running the camera. Preston handling a host of other duties. Flag is dropped. We're going to get a false start. You saw it here on the left-hand side. That a player jumped just a little early. It'll back him up 5 more. To the 27-yard line. So the Tornadoes do some quick math. Facing 25. So about 2nd and 25. 2nd and a quarter of the field. Maybe 26. Young takes the snap. Fires it across the middle. Incomplete. A little bit of hand fighting, but he'll let it go. And that's Decker shutting him down. Pass intended for Rucker. It'll bring up a Mississippi Tornadoes 3rd down. Of course, this is not the only game happening today here on this field. Probably not kicking off at 7, I would guess. But immediately after this game, the American Sports Prep Americans will take on the Tri-Cities Christian Academy Eagles up on the main field right now. You can watch it on our main channel. The East Central Patriots taking on the John Paul II High School Saints out of Greenville, North Carolina. Patriots coming out of Pinson, Alabama. We got a flag flying in here. Ball was carried by Tornadoes. It's number 9, Young. We'll get the flag here. Holding called against the Tornadoes. So instead of backing it up 10 and giving them another 3rd down, penalty's going to get declined, which will bring them to a 4th down. They'll spot the ball at the 24-yard line. But yeah, up at the main field, East Central Patriots, JP2 Saints squaring off right now. Again, that's on our main channel. And then directly after that, it'll be the Faith Christian School Patriots out of Rocky Mount, North Carolina, taking on the Tennessee Tigers out of Antioch, Tennessee. Here's the snap. This is Handy. He'll keep it and get brought down. He'll get across the 25 to the 26-yard line. And with 3:09 to go in the second quarter, Patriots will get the ball with good positioning. So 1st and 10, Southern Christian. Ball at the 26-yard line. I formation. Decker under center. Takes the snap. Give to the fullback. Nothing there. That's Young on the tackle. That was number 15, Webb, with the carry. The senior. And now under 3 minutes to go. Patriots with the 10-point lead here. Tornadoes have burned a timeout. Southern Christian has all of theirs remaining. Patriots with a 2nd and 9 here. Under 2.5 to go in the second quarter. Decker. Here's the snap, the give. This is to Sermon around the left-hand side. No one there. Has the edge and has 6. And no, they will mark him out of bounds at the 6-yard line. They're going to say he stepped out as he was trying to avoid that last defender. See if we can get that replay one more time. Nope. Got the end of the play. So 1st and goal for the Patriots. A chance to make this a 16-point game with a 2-point conversion and an 18-point game. 3 scorers. Be huge for the Tornadoes to get a stop here to state the obvious. But even with a touchdown, still a 2-score game. Here's the give and quick whistles. Flag on the near side. We're going to get an encroachment call called against the defense. It'll give the Patriots 5 yards. It'll move them to the 3-yard line. Now under 2 minutes to go. Clock runs. Formation. Decker gives it to on the right-hand side. That give was to Webb. Stuffed. Let's see if they stay. Yep, they'll stay at the 3. Stuffed on the carry. A lot of great games happening last night. High school football action, 8-man football really getting geared up across the Southeast, really across the country, but across the Southeast where we cover. And you can hear about all of the action tomorrow on our main channel. It's Extreme Talk, 3 p.m. Central. Myself, Blake Biggs, Eli Cornett. Recently announced today, Hall of Famer Eli Cornett. Decker takes the snap. He'll roll left, has a block, and has 6. Touchdown, Southern Christian. Decker doing a great job getting that block right there. Great job. That's Henry Sermon with the block on that last defender. And Decker able to get the edge. Here's Waldrip to attempt the extra point. Ball will be spotted at the, probably end up being the 10-yard line. So about a 20-yard field goal for the extra point. Snap, set, kick. Kick is good, but we have a flag. Let's see where the flag came from. It will be an encroachment call against the Tornadoes. Another call, false start on the Tornadoes. Penalties declined, and extra point is good. So we'll get that reset. There you go. There's the 1 point. Southern Christian puts a touchdown and an extra point on the board. They take a 17-point lead just to get to the 3-score lead here at the 2026 Gatlinburg Black Bear Brawl. Getting set for kickoff here with 35 seconds to go from Bud Parton Field. It's been a quick second quarter since the extended lightning delay. Here's the kick. It's going to get fielded by Handy. Once he gets it around the 22-yard line, stays on his feet, loses his footing around the 24. And that's where the Mississippi Tornadoes will take over with a 1st and 10. Spotted at the 23. My bad. 23. "27 seconds to go here in the first half." You got to think Tornadoes maybe try to air it out here. Get on the board. again. Here's Young taking the snap, pressured, flushed left, tries to make the man miss, and he'll get out of bounds. Nope. They'll say he did not get out of bounds. Clock will continue to run. And that may be the last play. Tornadoes have 2 timeouts. I don't think they realize that they do, though, because that will do it for the first half
That's the end of the first half.
here at Bud Parton Field.
23, Tornado 6.
So we'll see how long of a halftime. Looks like they're going 10-minute halftime. So during the halftime, we'll step aside. They're going 5-minute halftime. All right, so we're going to step aside for about 4.5 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. And when we come back, we'll have the second half of this matchup between the Mississippi Tornadoes and the Southern Christian Patriots right here on 8-Man Extreme. And we're back after a shortened halftime. Quite a bit of a delay with the lightning delay, and so decision made to keep it moving. So here we go with the third quarter. Southern Christian will be kicking off to the Tornadoes. Little onside kick fielded by the Tornadoes. See if we can get a number. That's going to be number 88. It's John Woodard. And he'll recover it at the 50-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Tornadoes. Got a good one going on up at the main field between the East Central Patriots and the JP2 High School Saints. Alabama versus North Carolina, and this one, Mississippi versus Alabama. A little bit later on after this game, we'll have Alabama versus Tennessee, and then we'll have Tennessee versus North Carolina with Faith Christian versus the Tennessee Tigers. So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Tornadoes. Young, dump pass across the middle, incomplete, intended for Handy. I'm sorry, a little jump pass, rather. Great job by Young trying to get that ball out. Dealing with a lot of pressure here. Decent. I mean, he had a guy in his face. Handy unable to haul it in, and that'll stop the clock with 11:48 to go here in the second quarter. Of course, this is weekend number 2 of the 2026 Gatlinburg Black Bear Brawl. Had Pack Panthers defeated by the South Haven Christian School Patriots last week, as well as the Lighthouse Warriors defeating Tri-Cities Christian Academy Eagles. Here's a throw across the middle, intercepted. This is Decker with the interception. We got a flag. Decker's still going. 30, 20, 10, end zone. Flag is at the 45. Let's check the flag. Actually, 2. There's one at the 45 and one back at the 40. So we'll get the call here.
That's a touchdown, Patriots.
And the flag is going to be against the Tornadoes. The pick 6 will stand, and the Patriots add to their lead 29-6 now. And I believe they're going to attempt the extra point here. Waldrop is on the field. Ball is spotted at the 3. Let's see if they go 2 or if they extra point it here. We are in the second half. So they're going to kick the extra point. This is going to be and it's a fake. 2-point conversion attempt is good. Ketchum was set to hold for Waldrop, but they go with the fake, and Ketchum runs it in for 2, making it a 31-6 game. 11:27 to go in the third quarter.
That brings your score. 31 Patriots. Tornadoes.
And now a 25-point deficit. We are in the second half. So another touchdown by the Southern Christian Patriots will bring in a running clock, the mercy rule. So I don't think the second game here is going to start exactly on time. Might be a little bit of a delay, but for those of you who will be tuning in to the Tri-Cities Christian American Sports Prep game. Might be a slight delay on that one. Southern Christian will start off. If the score here stands, Southern Christian will kick off their season with a win. Here's the kick from Waldrop. Little blooper down to the 30, fielded by the Tornadoes. That's number 1. Brought down, and they're going to rule him down. Let's catch the replay on that one. It's Rucker with the return. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to rule him down. Let's watch it one more time. We'll slow it down real quick. And his knee might have been down on that one. Regardless, though, they're going to rule the play dead. They'll rule him down at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tornadoes. Keeper up the middle by Handy. He'll have some yardage here. Finally brought down by the Patriots. They'll move up to the 41, the Tornadoes will, with 11 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Here's the snap. Handy will have it again. There are whistles. For a false start. And we'll get a timeout called here by the Tornadoes. We'll step aside. We'll be right back with the action here at the 2026 Gatlinburg Black Bear Brawl. And we're back in action after the timeout. 10:36 to go in the third quarter. Tornadoes facing a 2nd and 11 from the 36. Snap a little low. Handy's going to pick it up. Nope, that's not Handy. That's going to be number 12 for the Tornadoes, Ladarian Meeks. Loss of yardage on the play back to the 24-yard line. Southern Christian, like I said, if the result stands, they'll start off the season 1-0, and then it gets fun for them. They will head back to Opelika. They'll host the Springwood School out of the AISA, and then they'll travel to Baker County in Georgia, take on Baker County High School out of the GAPS. Then they'll hop over. It's not far to their rivals, Lighthouse Warriors, who were just here last week. That'll be their Week 4 matchup. Meanwhile, got another flag here on the play for a false start. It'll back the Tornadoes up 5 more. So they'll take on Lighthouse Warriors. I'm sorry. I was thinking East Central. It is a little bit of a trip for them, so they'll go up to the Lighthouse Warriors, and then on the road, same neck of the woods to take on the East Central Patriots. Then they'll be home to host North River Christian. Meanwhile, here's a carry by Young. Got away from the first defender, could not make it away from the second. And that'll bring up a fourth down for the Tornadoes, about a 4th and 20, maybe 4th and 19. So Southern Christian will host North River Christian on September 18th. Then they'll go on the road to Tuscaloosa. Meanwhile, Young with a great run here around the left-hand side. There's no flags. Young down the sideline, makes the first defender miss, makes the second force him out of bounds. What a great Young there by Langston Young. Takes off through the hole made by the line. First defender misses there, and then forced out of bounds by Griffin Wade. And a huge run there for the Tornadoes on 4th down, converting, moving the chains. They're going to keep the clock running with 8:39 to go here in the third quarter. Handy takes the snap and we'll get whistles. Handy will get brought down. He'll make it up to the 25-yard line. Southern Christian, like I said, they'll go on the road to Tuscaloosa on September 25th to take on American Sports Prep. Here's Meeks taking the snap, firing it right, not quite making it to his receiver.
Meeks' pass, Brown falls incomplete.
Southern Christian will then go on the road October the 2nd. Nope, they're home. I'm sorry, they're home to take on Faithful Explorers out of Alabama. They have a little homestand to close out the season after being on the road quite a bit the first half of the season. Young, meanwhile, in the shotgun, takes the snap, makes a couple defenders miss, rolling right. He's going to try to make chicken pot pie, and he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage here with under 8 minutes, 7:40 to go in the third quarter. So a homestand for the Southern Christian Patriots. They'll take on the Faithful Explorers, Evangel Christian, Ezekiel Academy. They'll close out the season against the defending AISA champion, Macon East Academy, to close out their season. Here's Meeks taking the shotgun snap, rolling left. Flag flies. Meeks still going, and he's into the end zone. But if history repeats, we'll get a holding here. Yep, holding against the Tornadoes. 4th touchdown of the day, wiped off the board for the boys from Madison, Mississippi. If it weren't for the holding calls and if they had the 2-point conversions, it'd be a good ball game. We'd have a, let's see if my math is right, 38-31 game. Of course, Southern Christian might have gone for 2 on the extra point there, so it would have been 38-32 instead of 38-31. Regardless, though, 31-6, Southern Christian leads here. This is Meeks taking the snap, rolling left, and dropped by Alex Tucker, the sophomore for the Patriots. Meeks slung to the ground on that one, and he's down. Having a hard time getting up. Officials will call for the timeout. While they tend to the young man, we will step aside. My apologies. We're back in action. Fumble on the play.
By the Tornadoes.
And we're going to hit the replay there because we missed the very first part of that play. But a fumble for Southern Christian that was Wade with the carry. And the Tornadoes fall on the ball. It's number 88, John Woodard, with the recovery right at midfield. So Tornadoes will have a 1st and 10 here. Big break for them with 6.5 to go in the third quarter. Down 31-6. Meeks on the sideline for the Tornadoes now. First and 10, looks like Young is going to be in at quarterback right now. In the shotgun. Flanked by Handy and Avery. Young takes the snap, rolls right, makes a man miss, looking for the edge. Good block there. Young gone down to the 30-yard line. No flags. Great run by Langston Young. And a great block on the edge there by Handy. No, it's number 1, Rucker, with the hit.
On the carry.
We'll see that run one more time.
Brought down by number 89, Sam.
Just looking for the edge right there. And a big play for the Tornadoes. 1st and 10. Handy takes the snap, looking, flushed right, and he will get forced out of bounds with 5.5 to go here in the third quarter, down to the 29-yard line. Bring up a 2nd and 9 for the Tornadoes. Once again, if you're just now tuning in, of course, a extended lightning delay with 9:55 to go in the second quarter. Slowed us down time-wise a little bit. Handy is a victim of the turf monster on that one. It'll move him back to the 35-yard line. Bring up a third, about a 3rd and 15 for the Tornadoes. Coming up on 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Like I said, Southern Christian on the road quite a bit to start the season off. We'll get a flag here. Looks like maybe a jump by the Tornadoes. Speaking of being on the road quite a bit, so are the Mississippi Tornadoes. They're here, and then next Saturday, pretty much all their games are Saturday. They're on the road to take on Ezekiel Academy, who got a win over the Faithful Explorers last night. And then they start conference play on the road at Pine Belt and Hattiesburg, at Magnolia and Terry, all in Mississippi. Of course, first season in the MSCFL. Then they're off on September the 12th. They go on the road to the Lighthouse Warriors. That one's a Friday night. Low snap, picked up, nothing doing there. And a loss of yardage as well will bring up 4th down. On the road to take on the Lighthouse Warriors, they'll take on the Sehi Warriors in Brandon on the road, and then their first home game will be on October the 3rd, taking on Unity Christian out of Leland. They'll be back on the road. Then they'll be back on the road to take on Clinton Christian in Clinton, the Meridian Flyers in Meridian. Meanwhile, loss of yards on the play. And Brown with the carry, but it will be a turnover on downs. And the Southern Christian Patriots will have a 1st and 10 here. And then again, the Tornadoes will go on the road to close the season off against the East Central Patriots. So only one home game all year. That's against Unity Christian. It'll probably be their homecoming and their senior night game. And then they barnstorm the rest of the season. Like I mentioned, Southern Christian on the road for the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not saying it. On the road for 5 of the first 6 games, and then they go home. And then they have a home game, and then they go away. And then a 4-game homestand to end the season. You can do the math. I'm not saying it. I'm saying it. They're on the road for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I was wrong. 5 out of the first 7 games. I maybe overreacted on that one a little bit. My bad. Have a 9 and now 11-year-old back home. A belated public happy birthday to my daughter. Here's the give. This is to number 15, Webb. Ball's on the ground. It's still live. And a tackle made by number 4, Avery. And it is recovered by Southern Christian at the 48-yard line. And somehow Southern Christian will gain 2 yards out of that. It'll be 2nd and 8, coming up on 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. James Shannon here on the call. Whit Maxwell handling the camera. Here down at Bud Parton Field up on the main field. Preston McElhaney and Blake Biggs on the call up top. Decker I formation. Play fake to the left. Keeper. Play fake to the right. Keeper on the left. Makes the first defender miss. And then he'll get brought down at the 42-yard line. Great run for the young man. Clock will continue to run under 2.5. As I mentioned earlier, high school football getting underway across the country for 8-man, especially in the Southeast where we cover. We'll talk about all of the action tomorrow, 3 p.m. Central on Extreme Talk on our main channel. Meanwhile, Decker drops back from under center, fires at left, turf monster. Got Miller, and it's incomplete. We'll stop the clock with 1:43 to go. Myself, Blake Biggs, and recently named Gatlinburg All-American Bowl Hall of Famer Eli Cornett will be on the show tomorrow. Who knows? We might have an interview. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But that'll be on our main channel, which is where right now you can watch the East Central Patriots taking on the JP2 High School Saints. And then directly after that, the Faith Christian School Patriots out of Rocky Mount, North Carolina. They'll take on the Tennessee Tigers out of Antioch, Tennessee. That'll follow the game that is happening at the main field right now. I formation, Decker under center. Give on a end-around sweep. He's got space looking for the edge. Makes his man miss. This is number 89 for the Patriots. Sam Terry. Give him 6. Sam Terry with a huge run there. And that'll make it a 31-point game. A great end-around sweep. We won't get the second replay. We got the first one. Great end-around sweep there for the Patriots, and they're calling for the extra point. This is the 8th grader Finn Waldrop headed onto the field. This will be Seaborn Ketchum to hold for him, number 16. They faked it last time. Ketchum kept it. Snap, set, kick is good. Give them uno. 38-6. Southern Christian will cause the clock to roll on, barring a timeout or an injury. We'll step aside. Patriots with a big lead here in the 2026 Gatlinburg Black Bear Brawl. Southern Christian getting ready to kick off here. And after this kickoff, we should get a running clock. This is going to be fielded. Well, it was going to be fielded by number 1 instead. Fielded by Handy. One Rucker. Handy around the left-hand side. No flags down the sideline. He's got space. He's got nothing but grass. And a kick return for a touchdown for the Tornadoes. No flags on the play. When it comes to Jay Handy, give him 6. Touchdown will stand after 4 being wiped off the board for holding calls on touchdown runs. And Handy shuts down the running clock, brings the score back to a 26-point game. Of course, you see there in the background, past the end zone, the softball field used by the high school here, and it's also used for the Gatlinburg Cap Classic that happens every May. They've done it twice now, and it's been a success every time. They played it there the first year. Second year, this past May, they had it up in Maryville. Meanwhile, in the shotgun, this is Young. Takes the snap a little low, but he's able to pick it up. Keeps it moving. I'm sorry, that's number 0, Jones. He'll get brought down. 2-point conversion attempt is no good. 1:06 to go in the third quarter. Patriots lead the Tornadoes 38-12. Tornadoes kicking off for only the third time today. Opening kickoff, and then after the two scores, there's the kick. Touched by Southern Christian, then it goes out of bounds, so there will be no flag on the play. Southern Christian
Kick goes out of bounds.
Southern Christian will have the ball at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10 with a minute to go. Mercy rule was in effect after the kickoff, and then, of course, the kickoff gets run back for a touchdown. Brought it back to a 26-point game. So 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. Patriots will have a 1st and 10. I formation. Decker with the keeper around the left-hand side. Reverses field, cuts up the middle, and finally brought down around the 49-yard line. That'll be number 5 for the Hurricanes, Kelsey Hawkins, with the tackle. Of course, here on 8-Man Extreme Alabama, it's the Southern Christian Patriots taking on the Mississippi Tornadoes. But on our main channel, you've got the JP2 High School Saints taking on the East Central Patriots. Right now, that game in the fourth quarter, we're getting close, under 30 seconds to go. But in the fourth quarter, up at the top field, Saints 43-26 lead over the Patriots. Keeping it close, keeping it interesting. And I think the Patriots are going to be content. Now, they might get this snap off. They will. Decker will take the snap. Play fake. Looking left. Sermon wide open. He'll get brought down just shy of the 35-yard line. Correction, that's Miller. Brought down. But that'll do it for the fourth quarter. Mississippi Tornadoes return the kickoff for a touchdown, make it a 38-12 game here at the 2026 Gatlinburg Black Bear Brawl. And we're back for the fourth quarter of action here at the Andy Bud Parton Field on the campus of Rocky Top Sports World. The secondary field used for some of the games here at the Gatlinburg Black Bear Brawl, as well as the Gatlinburg All-American. Now, not this year. A little bit of a schedule change this year. They'll have 3 games up at the top field on the Saturday of the All-American weekend, then 2 games on the Sunday. So a little bit of a schedule change there. New quarterback in. Here's the throw. Caught by number 1, Rich Copeland, the freshman. He'll get forced out of bounds. This is Ketchum in at quarterback now. Looks like Decker will have the fourth quarter off. Great throw there by Ketchum, though. Decker, presumably going to be the starting quarterback, but he's a senior, so Ketchum getting some work as a sophomore with a game, I would say, out of hand. Patriots with a 26-point lead here in the fourth. I formation, Ketchum under center. And he will keep it up the middle inside the 10. Second play of the fourth quarter. Little run there after a great connection from Ketchum to Copeland. Coming up on 11 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Well, if you're tuning in expecting to catch the Tri-Cities Christian Academy Eagles taking on the American Sports Prep Americans, don't go anywhere. Catch the rest of this game or get you some snacks ready. The game will start soon after this one's over. Had a lightning delay that really pushed the timing back. Meanwhile, Ketchum here with a give to number 9, still on his feet, making men miss. This is going to be Tucker in the end zone for the Patriots. Give him 6. And it'll make it a 42-12 game. So right at the 30 seconds, or 30 points rather, 10.5 to go here in the fourth. So let's see if they go extra point. Yep, they got to go. Here's the thing about this field. They have to go back to the other end of the field to kick the extra point. No field goal posts at this end to the left. And so everybody will have to make the road trip down to our right for the extra point. Everybody trying to conserve a little bit of energy. Very, very warm day here in Gatlinburg. You'd think you're up in the Smoky Mountains and everything would be a little bit chilly. No, sir. No, sir. I'm sweating like a professional gambler in church. It's bad. So Waldrop will attempt the extra point. Tornadoes will eventually make it down. Southern Christian huddle up. Ketchum will hold for the extra point here. Meanwhile, at the upper field, it just got interesting. 43-34. East Central cuts the lead to 9. So we'll see what happens in the fourth quarter of that one. Meanwhile, in the fourth quarter of this one, we'll get another extra point attempt. Snap. It's a fake. Ketchum up the middle. and stuffed by the Tornadoes. Potential false start there, but they let it go. 2-point conversion attempt is no good. And of course, my math was wrong. It's 38 plus 6 is 44. Kids don't do math like James Shannon. You'll have a hard life, hard road in life. So 32-point lead here for the Patriots, and after the kickoff, which this was going to be the case earlier, but after the kickoff, we'll have a running clock. Now, that is if the Tornadoes don't run the kickoff back here. We'll see what happens. Could be, potentially. Once again, if you're tuning in expecting to catch the Tri-Cities Christian American Sports Prep game, it will be starting soon after this one's over. Lightning delay in the second quarter pushed us back about 50 minutes, 45 to 50 minutes. Patriots set to kick the ball away. Let's see who's back deep to return for the Tornadoes. It'll be on the side of Rucker. Rucker will get forced out of bounds around the 30-yard line. And the clock will start running. Coming up on 9.5 to go. So 1st and 10 for the Tornadoes. Man heads off the field, and now they have enough players. Snap is high, pulled down, fired across the middle, intended for Handy. It was number 21, Caden Greer, on defense to try and snag it. It wasn't able to haul it in. So it'll bring up a Tornadoes 2nd down. Snap is on the ground, and the ball's still going. It's in the end zone. It'll be Southern Christian's ball. Looks like they'll call it for forward progress. And a little bit of frustration. A little bit of frustration on the side of the Tornadoes. Very frustrating day for them, making the drive from Madison, Mississippi. A flag has been waved off.
Recovered by the Patriots.
Well, for the first round of games, let's play a fun little game. Let's play who traveled the farthest. So, Madison, Mississippi to Rocky Top Sports World. Uh, 8-hour drive. 8 hours and 17 minutes from home for the Tornadoes. Meanwhile, here's Ketchum. And into the end zone. Touchdown. Patriots
Number 16, Seaborn.
add to the lead. Ketchum with the quarterback keeper. And give them 6. Patriots hit the halfway point to triple digits here with that touchdown. And they will make the road trip to the other side to kick the extra point. Now, of course, Southern Christian Patriots coming out of Opelika only had about a 5-hour drive for them. Then if you're East Central coming from Pinson, about a 4.5 hour, a little bit, 4 hours and 45 minutes. And then John Paul. They'll give him the extra. Okay, well, they just ruled they're going to give him the extra point. Here's the kick. Down to the 15-yard line. And a return for the Tornadoes around the left-hand side. He'll stay in bounds, make the defender miss, make the second and third miss, and finally brought down across the 45-yard line. Tornadoes will have a 1st and 10 coming up on 4 minutes remaining. So I mentioned the Tornadoes with the 8-hour, 17-minute drive. John Paul II High School, 6 hours and 27 minutes. So Tornadoes win the Road Warrior Award for the first 2 games between the 4 teams with the longest trip. It'll be interesting to check out the second round. Meanwhile, throwing in and out of the hands of Rucker. Pass is incomplete. Clock continues to run. Under 3 minutes to go here in the ball game. Here's the snap, throw across the middle. Quarterback hit as he throws. Pass is completed, though, to Rucker. No flags, no correction, I'm sorry. Pass was completed to Young. And we do have a Patriot down on the field. Great throw across the middle. Finally, he was brought down around the 28-yard line. Not sure if maybe there was an awkward landing. Might have knocked the air out of him. He's back up on his feet, though. Love to see it. Love to see it. So clock did start for the injury timeout. And clock will continue to run now, coming up on 2 minutes remaining. Once again, we'll step aside for a short break, and when we return after the clock hits 0, we'll have the American Sports Prep Americans taking on the Tri-Cities Christian Academy Eagles, who were here last week. Meanwhile, here's a carry for Tornadoes number 0, Jones, down to the 35. Tornadoes got to hustle to get back set. Minute and a half to go. Snap is up in the air, fielded here by Jones, and he's quickly brought down after pulling down the high snap. Loss of yards on the play, back to the 30, the 40. No, they'll keep it at the 40. So it'll be a 3rd and 21. We'll get a timeout called here by the Tornadoes. We'll step aside for the timeout. Quick throw across the middle to Young. He'll get forced out of bounds. Clock continues to run, though. Forced out of bounds at the 19-yard line. Tornadoes got to hustle. Coming up on 30 seconds left if they want to run another play. They will have to run at least one more. So they're at the 19. They'll get one more play in here. They've got number 23, Landon Stone, in at quarterback. Throw across the middle, incomplete. That'll do it for the game, though. Southern Christian Patriots will kick off the season with a win here in Gatlinburg for the 2nd year in a row. They hold the lead in the series between them and the Mississippi Tornadoes, 2-0. And early word, MVP of this game from the Southern Christian Patriots, number 14, Gabe Decker, with a passing touchdown, a rushing touchdown, and an interception returned for a touchdown. Big day for the senior. We'll see if he can do big things this season. Well wishes to both these teams. Safe travels back to their respective homes. Thank you all so much for tuning in here to the 2026 Gatlinburg Black Bear Brawl right here on 8-Man Extreme Alabama. We'll step aside. When we come back on the other link, we'll have ASP taking on TCA for the second game here in Gatlinburg. For Whit Maxwell, who's running the camera, did a great job today. I'm James Shannon. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see y'all here in